Hello and welcome into the newest episode of Pat's Latest. I'm your host, Mike Gambardella, and the Patriots continue to roll their big win in New Orleans. Drake Maye continues to put his mark on the NFL, and everyone is taking notice. But does he have a potential new wide receiver one? And who actually could that be? Also, is there a changeup in the defensive backfield coming, as well as one true all pro for the Patriots confirms he's in contact with another? Before we get into everything, make sure you go down and subscribe for the channel. Get in the comments. Let us know what you think about the Patriots' big win over the Saints and what the Patriots are going to do with the Bills, who struggled in Atlanta, and what that means for the Patriots moving forward. Make sure you go down and give us that like and go back and check out all of our old episodes after this one. We start with Drake Maye, as it seems that this team will start and end with him all season long. And as we take a look at what Drake Maye is doing, if you look at pass yards, he's fifth in the NFL, completion percentage, second, total touchdowns, tied for second, pass rating, fourth, and the most important win for a quarterback that is not a quarterback stat, wins, he is tied for third. That's just a brief overview of what he's doing right now. Where that ranks in the history books? Well, since the 1970 AFL NFL merger, only one Patriots player has thrown for at least 1,200 yards and completed at least 75% of his passes in a 5-game span in a single season. That's not a trick question. That's just Drake Maye and what he's doing since the 1970 AFL NFL merger. Not to be done, Drake Maye has reached 200 plus pass yards and 100 plus pass rating in 5 straight games. That means the only players in NFL history under the age of 24 to complete those benchmarks in consecutive games is, well, Drake Maye, that's a given. Patrick Mahomes did 7 straight, and the other one, Dan Marino, did 6 straight. So, some history on the line for Drake Maye when he takes the field in the next game. Yes, we'll keep him coming at you because through the first 6 games of the season, Drake Maye has thrown for over 1,500 yards and 10 passing touchdowns, completing over 73% of his passes. That means he is only the 7th player to do so in NFL history. Yes, history. Yes, merger. These are where he's at right now. And one final one for you as well. Drake Maye joined only Tom Brady as the only players in team history with 3+ games of 200 yards passing, 2+ touchdowns, and 135 passer rating in a single season with his performance at New Orleans. Brady did so in 2010 in 3 games and 2007 in 4 games. The fact that we are talking about these things for Drake Maye and having it only be 6 games into the season is absolutely astounding. Whether that means that that's where the rest of the season goes is yet to be seen, but we know that things are finally looking up in New England. They're looking up because not only does Patriots have a former number 1 wide receiver in Stephon Diggs, what is happening with Kayshon Boutte means that he's potentially showing out as another wide receiver 1 option for Drake Maye. There's been a lot of talk about should the Patriots go out and trade for another one or prioritize building someone up and get Kyle Williams up to speed. Well, what Stephon Diggs is doing is he's got that dog in him. He's going to show up no matter what, whether it's because of penalties, and Mike Vrabel went after the comments and the calls and everything else, so we don't have to. They were not great in New Orleans, and you have to play through adversity, and that includes the referees sometimes. So while Stephon Diggs did not have the numbers that we're used to, he was very active in that game. Someone who is active, and because of the numbers he's putting up, is Kayshon Boutte, the former LSU prospect who was a number 1 round talent at a specific point in his career, slides all the way back to the 6th round. But if we are looking at games since he has arrived in the NFL where he has had at least 5 catches, he has absolutely shown out. He has gone for 95 yards and a touchdown, 117 and a touchdown, 103, and now 93 yards and 2 touchdowns when he has had at least 5 catches. Is that the cheat code or the break open box for Kayshon Boutte? That remains to be seen. But all we know is that in the next game for the Patriots, it probably behooves them to get that man 5 catches to see if it really can make a difference not only in the box score, but for where the Patriots are at in the win column. And another one that we've talked about already, but it continues to swirl. And Philadelphia went through this last year and ended up winning a Super Bowl, but A.J. Brown continues to run into some issues. The Eagles are losing. The offense looks stagnant. Will they be able to figure it out? Time will tell. I think the answer is yes, but could Howie Roseman, who is known to trade for everyone or trade anyone, could decide to pull a fast one at any point after that loss for the Eagles on Thursday night against the Giants? A.J. Brown was asked about a players-only meeting, a discussion with Jalen Hurts and with Saquon Barkley, and all he kept saying is, I don't recall that. I don't recall that happening. I don't recall that discussion. It seemed very odd at the time, and just might be a, I'm just here so I don't get fined type moment where you talk to the media but didn't say anything, or he didn't want to talk about a specific conversation. Afterwards, he actually took to Twitter a few days later and said, just to clear this up, that wasn't a that wasn't a meeting or a sit down. I said I don't recall because it got painted like there was tension and Saquon had to step in. That's not true. I was walking in my car, saw them, and stopped to talk, nothing more. So he did clear it up, but the fact that he's having to clear these things up, the fact that this is happening, where there's smoke, there is fire. Do I think there's going to be a trade for A.J. Brown in the next 3 weeks? No. Do I think it's out of the realm of possibility? No. Do I think he's going to end up with the Patriots? No. Is there enough ties for us to continue to monitor this? Absolutely yes. He loves Mike Vrabel. He's got ties to New England. There is enough there. So it's forest fire season, at least for the Patriots right now. Things are winning. Things aren't going well for others. Strike while the iron is hot and keep an eye on A.J. Brown. And finally, we talk about Stephon Gilmore, another one we reference, because with the Patriots having some injury concerns in that secondary, whether that be Christian Gonzalez or Carlton Davis or anyone else, Marcus Jones as well was dinged up in that game. Stephon Gilmore, who happens to be a free agent, and having a reigning defensive player of the year still out there, whether at 34 years of age, can he contribute as much? Excuse me, but Christian Gonzalez actually offered up that he said he's actually been in contact with that future Hall of Famer, going so far to say that he hit him up after the Bills win. I said it was awesome to hear from him, and somebody that's done it at the highest level, who has won Super Bowl and multiple awards. Obviously, that's awesome to hear. Now, the fact that Christian Gonzalez has Stephon Gilmore on speed dial, take that for what you will. Does that mean the Patriots are signing him? No, it does not. Again, Elliott Wolf, Mike Vrabel have talked about anything they can do to make this team better. Do I think Stephon Gilmore makes this team better right now? No, I do not. But if you were continuing to see the advancement of guys like Woods, if you can get Alex Austin back up to speed, if you can get some guys who are starting to emerge and you want a veteran presence, there can be a value add at times. So, do you go out and push for this Stephon Gilmore right now? No, you do not. Do you keep it back pocket? Yes, you do. And things can change quickly in the NFL. So again, whether it's A.J. Brown, Stephon Gilmore, or anybody else, keep your phone lines open, keep your eyes open, and keep talking about what's best for your football team. That'll do it for you here on this episode of Pat's Latest. We'll continue to break down everything as the Patriots are the toast of the NFL. We did not see this one coming, and with an easier schedule coming up, there's a lot at play on the horizon for the Patriots that are suddenly in the discussion for the AFC East crown. It's early in the NFL season and anything can happen, so we'll continue to have it here. So make sure you go down, subscribe for the channel, get in the comments, let us know what you think about the Pats right now, how they're doing, how it's going to shake out. Does Drake Maye end up being in this MVP conversation, or are we way too far in front of it? Give us that like, go back and check out all of our old episodes, and we'll have it all for you here right on Pat's Latest. Fight on, Foxborough.